Yes, everybody. Cheers for tuning in. How are you doing? I'm all right. Thanks for asking. United have just drawn 0-0 at Anfield with the Scousers. And I think it's a missed opportunity. I think you always take a draw. And I've been pretty consistent in saying a draw away at your rivals like this is got to be seen as a good result. The onus is on them to win that game, and a draw is a good result. But one, I think United had the opportunities that could have won the game, and two, I think it's a rarity to get the opportunity like we got tonight. Such a good opportunity where United could have gone and really made a psychological imprint on Liverpool and on the rest of the league, and also a real big confidence boost for ourselves. And I think that's what we needed. Get your questions in and all the rest of that sort of stuff as well. I still can't connect the iPad for some reason. If anyone knows why iPads don't want to connect to Macs, please get in touch. Solskjaer after the game says, we've improved and we've progressed. It's not the result we're disappointed with. It's some of the performance. I know that these boys can play better. And I would tend to agree with that. I think there's more in the tank from this United team. United are unbeaten in their last 16 away matches in the Premier League. Only once have they gone longer without a defeat on the road in the competition. That was 17 games, which ended in September 1999. You might remember what happened preceding that. It was pretty good. We are unbeaten in 12 Premier League games, which is the longest ongoing run in the competition with 9 wins and 3 draws. Luke Shaw was man of the match. And he was. But you all fucking act like that's how he's been playing previously. And he's not. I mean, he was today. Besides the foul throw, I don't think he did much wrong. 33 passes completed, 4 fouls suffered, 2 chances created, 1 big chance created, 8 ball recoveries. Harry Maguire blocked 5 shots, made 4 headed clearances versus Liverpool, which is more than any other player on the pitch. And I also think Victor Lindelof was in with a shout for man of the match as well. 100% aerial duels won, 83% pass accuracy, 10 clearances, 2 tackles won, and 1 clean sheet. The rest of the month kind of looks quite achievable for United to go on and actually make something out of this. It's whether or not we actually are capable of doing that now. Have we ridden through what we think was psychologically the biggest test? Now you come up against someone like Fulham. Is there going to be some complacency kicks in? Or are we going to fuck it up like that? I hope not, to be honest. I hope that we're able to push on and start being ruthless, because if you look at the table, the league table is so tight around there. I mean, Liverpool, if we'd have beat them and Everton get that game in hand sorted out, could have dropped all the way down to 6th place. So it's very, 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 very tight at the top, and it will be a war of attrition. It will be a case of who can just be ruthless and pick up victories. Today, United weren't ruthless, but there was a lot of positives. The positive one, clean sheet. I know Liverpool have had a couple of stuttery starts of late, but United come to town. You would think that they would, certainly the league champions, were capable of turning up for a big game like that. We kept a clean sheet. We defended well as a unit. We created opportunities. But the most pleasing thing for me was we actually went for it. Liverpool made like-for-like subs, but United went for it. United actually went to try and win the game, certainly in the last 15, 20 minutes or so. And that was pleasing to me. You know, like, we've drawn 0-0 before. We've gone and fucking bored the piss out of people under Jose Mourinho, and we've come away and gone, Jesus, we should have been battered. But I don't think that was the vibe today. Does anyone feel like that was the vibe today? Yes, they've had a million possession. They're always going to have a million possession. But there wasn't the highlight reel David De Gea save after save after save. In fact, probably 2 Alisson saves are going to more make the highlights than anything De Gea did. So I think there was a little bit of a vibe change in that. It felt a little bit different. It didn't feel quite the same as the sort of thing that we're used to seeing in recent years when United go to Anfield. So I think there was something to be proud of, pleased with in those circumstances. And I said I'm pretty happy with how it all played out. I just think psychologically we could have absolutely dealt a hammer blow to the rest of the league. You want to be the champions, you want to be the team that's capable of going to Anfield and beating them, then you go to Anfield and you beat them. Steve says that's 3 games on the bounce. The bin dippers have failed to score. First time in 15 years. Do you have to start questioning whether Klopp's the man to take them forward? Rashford should have given the ball to Cavani, says Connor. I would agree. I was shouting for him to give it. I think what he might have been trying to do was try and draw the foul, but Fabinho wasn't having any of it and dealt with it very well. I think the opportunity was there to play it through. We were the better team. It was much closer than we thought. Bruno's need for Hollywood pass stifled our attack. Possibly. There was a couple of times that he tried the hardest possible pass when an easier ball might have kept it moving, might have kept it playing. But this is what Bruno's all about. Bruno is the guy that makes these things happen. The reason he's got so many goals and so many assists is because this is what he does. Time and time again. Joel says, you're basing that on City or Liverpool getting it together. Everyone has been inconsistent. I think he's talking to me on that one. I'm not sure. Fabinho defended really well there. Most people would be flat-footed in that situation. I think he thought he either had the beating of him for pace, or I think he probably could have got the shot off earlier. But the first option for me was, Cavani had pulled off into space, and I would really back Cavani in that situation. How do I think Pogba performed on the right? I thought he played all right. I do, to be honest. I do actually think he played all right. And what I was expecting and kind of hoping for him was, I think he was playing on the right to kind of blindside Jordan Henderson and come in, certainly from a cross. Aerially would have absolutely destroyed him. He did win a couple of corners, but we didn't really win much more apart from that. And I thought he was coming in to try and blindside him a little bit. And I don't think we really took advantage of that at all. It's just a little bit, innit? You can't really analyse to death a 0-0. Steve, why did Bruno throw a fit at the latter stages of the game? I don't think he wants to come off. The guy's a fucking winner. And I'd have actually probably left him on, to be honest with you, at the end of the game there. I think the mood he was in, I think I'd have just left him be and let him try and get us a winner and go. I know we went for it, but I think while Scott was down, it was a good opportunity to go, oh, fuck it, go on then. And Ollie go, all right, I'm going to keep you on. You've got fucking 2 minutes. Sort something. Go get that goal that we're hoping that you can all go and get. Because make no mistake, if United had pulled away at the end then, oh my fucking God. We didn't order loads of mixers and stuff like that to get absolutely twisted in here. Promise. Trying to open Discord, but it's not having it. It'll be open in a second. Has everyone gone and checked out the review? Rio rang us up on Paddock nearly an hour ago, actually now. If you want to go and check it out there, we did a live review with a couple of questions in for Rio ahead of the podcast that we do tomorrow. If you want to check that out, it'll be out at 5 o'clock on his channel 5. Here we go. Discord has opened up eventually. Let's have a wee gander. Where it is, Scousers reviews questions. Sorry, it's very slow while I'm trying to get Discord open as well. Righty, Notch in the comments, he says, has the leniency on professional fouls gone on too far now? Another game where an opposition player probably should have seen 2 yellows. Yeah, I didn't understand that. Immediately when you saw it the first half, you're like, that's a fucking yellow card, mate. What are you playing at? Nothing. And then there was one, was it 10, 15 minutes to go? I think the same sort of thing. It's cynical. Yeah, I definitely think that they need punishing harder because they're a deliberate attempt. One of the reasons that they happen is because they're never really punished that hard. But for a lot of teams, certainly when you go to Anfield, that's a very, very good opportunity for you to counter and actually make something happen. And they never get punished. Or I certainly don't think they get punished anywhere near enough. Lance says, do I think that the FA Cup game has more importance now for whoever wins? Can take the confidence forward for the rest of the season. Bit like the third round tie in 99. Nah. Because winning the FA Cup does fuck all. We sacked Louis the same day he won it. So I'm going to say no. I think it's all on the league. Paddy says, why is there so much negativity around? Surely a draw away to Liverpool and still top of the league has to be a great thing because some people need drama in their life and they can't just be fucking happy and content. It's tabloid shit. Everything's a fucking massive ordeal. Well, sometimes it's just not, and sometimes it's just a bit meh, innit? Crack on. Can we be happy to be disappointed? Yes, they were there for the taking. Any United fan would have taken a draw pre-game. Yeah, and what I think being disappointed shows is that expectations are rising, and that is a good thing. The expectations are absolutely going up, and I like that. Anyone else notice Thiago committed 3-4 yellow card challenges? We always get fouled in transitions and it never gets picked up. No, and it absolutely kills that momentum. For a side like United who are deadly on the transition, that's probably worse than someone fouling a player on the edge of the box when they're camped inside their box. Do I think Bruno and Rashford need an extended rest? They look very fatigued last 2 or 3 games. Yes. Are we missing that natural 9 that can start week in, week out? I think Cavani could have. I don't see why he couldn't have started tonight at all. I really don't. It was 5-6 days ago, wasn't it, the last game? Does Bruno suffer when we have just 2 up front instead of 3? Don't see as many counter-attacking taking place when we played Greenwood, Rashford and Marshall last year. Maybe. I also don't think he got anywhere near on the ball today, potentially because I think he was trying to do a man-marking job on Thiago. But yeah, potentially I would say. Why is Milner's neck the same width as his head? Thought my TV was broken when he came on. Are we overlooking the possibility of a COVID outbreak derailing our season? Maybe, mate. Maybe. Obviously, some people are muppets, but I think this season should be a write-off results-wise. Target progression and development. Listen, I think the only thing that we can do is void last season and award this season on points per game to United. I think that would be the fairest thing for everybody involved. How long till the Scousers make a petition for the end of the first half? What happened at the end of the first half? I don't know what that was. We've got a super chat here from Meb. It says, it was meh, but unfortunately, meh doesn't win the league. Twice we had rivals for the taking and let it slip. Does that just show that we're not the finished article just yet? Does that just show that we've got a little bit more to squeeze out of this team? I think it probably does. And I think that's a good point for us to call it a day. 0-0. Top of the league. And disappointed with our performance and the result. Expectations are changing. 5 Things will be out in the morning. And also you can come and check us out with Rio on 5 tomorrow afternoon at 5 o'clock. Coincidentally. And it is a coincidence. That wasn't the deliberate upload time. But if you want to go and see what Rio had to say, and you'll I put it this way, you'll definitely be seeing what Rio's had to say in the papers in the morning, because he said some shit that the papers are going to absolutely love. So definitely go and check that out over on Paddock. But cheers for tuning in. Do appreciate it. Make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. And I will see you guys in the next one. Laters.